What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here. I'm going to be doing another Biden prediction versus Trump, but this is going to be very different. I realize that I'm wrong with Joe Biden, that he might actually lose, because you can see how he's very out of touch. How, and the Republicans can't see this, okay? But Joe Biden is very out of touch because with the Democrats, they're starting to dislike these 90s Democrats. What I mean by 90s are people who say they can work across the aisle, and people who basically they don't put out their ideas. They just kind of say stuff like Biden. He doesn't. I saw his 2016 Democratic Convention speech. He wasn't actually saying anybody's ideas. He was just talking about equality. He was just saying stuff like, it's very for when he speaks, it's very forgettable, and he's not an inspiring person. I listen to him and he's pretty boring. So yeah, it's hard to say when you've been wrong for over a year with predicting somebody. It really is. Um, but I mean, he also has a pretty centrist record. If you look up political positions of the 2020 Democratic candidates, Wikipedia. Also, if you ever want to look up the 2020 Democratic primary page with Wikipedia, because it's really detailed. You have people who are running, people who aren't running, people who are thinking about it. But anyway, with political positions of the 2020 candidates, it shows all their positions combined. And Biden, he's against legalization of marijuana. He's the only candidate for 2020 or potential candidate who is against taking PAC money. So he will be just okay with saying that he will be taking PAC money in 2020. It's not just that, but he's also pro death penalty. So he's an even more centrist Hillary Clinton. Um, anyway, let's check this out. Um, Virginia. Now look, he's liked in the South, and let me explain why. He did sign some acts in 1970 where he said that school buses should be segregated. Now look, I did make a bit of a what do you call it? A gaff, right? A bit of a gaff in another video where I said that um, something like what I said. I didn't mean it like that, but it sounded like I had said um, there are a lot of racists in Maine, so so the Democrats might not win it. That's a gaff, right? Now I didn't mean it like that. I meant it more like the racists across the whole country, but in Maine there might be enough to go against Ocasio Cortez because she's pretty. Even I could admit she's pretty far left. Um, so Biden is liked in the South because again I'm not going. It's not because he's racist. I'm not saying that because he's racist and he signed those acts he will win the South. No, I'm saying that of those very far right because you have to say that the South is kind of known for being a bit more racist than the rest of the country. Now it's not. It's probably only 1% of it that's racist, and of that, not even not even 110,000 people are KKK members. I'm not saying that it's extremely racist. I'm just saying that it's probably the most racist place in the United States compared to other areas. I'm pretty sure anybody could admit that. He Biden might get some very far right votes. Now, again, the whole appealing to the other party idea is dead now. So with Biden, I think he could maybe get a couple of those very old voters in the 70s who were a bit segregationist. I'm not saying that that'll make him win the whole entire South. There'll be a small add to him. Also, he's somehow naturally liked in the South. He just has a cool vibe there. He's also against removing Confederate statues, which I mean that could help him in the South. You see what I mean? He really identifies with them. So that's why I'm gonna actually make North Carolina safe for him, which is, I admit, it's kind of a bit of a radical idea. This really is it for him for now, actually. Um, Actually, he hasn't talked. about he hasn't ranted against Trump's border wall, like at all. I'm not even exaggerating. I don't exaggerate things, guys. Oh, imagine if Texas went red or blue. What is that? Sorry, it was an alarm. Um, so this is basically it. For now. Actually, I'll just make this safe. Where can we go first? Well, where we could go first is giving Wisconsin and Pennsylvania to Biden. Now look, Biden is from Pennsylvania, but he doesn't identify with them at all. Again, he's too much of a 90s Democrat, and this is also the same problem in the Northeast. Because in the Northeast, actually, let's just go there. With the Northeast, he won't get any of it, or the part that's battleground, because he can't identify with progressives. He's way too out of touch, because we have too many 90s Democrats who are out of touch and simply don't get where we are right now. They don't lay out their agendas. They're just politics. They don't lay out their ideas. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching Biden's 2016 convention speech, and it was boring. I wouldn't say that, but it's just, I wouldn't say it was boring. I mean, you never really I never really spaced out, but I mean, it's really forgettable. Like, I only watched it a month ago, and I forgot completely what he was talking about. And I was watching it just to see what his agendas were, and it's super forgettable because you don't lay out your agendas. You're just saying Trump is bad, blah blah blah. Democrats are good. Trump is bad. Republicans are bad. You know what I mean? It's not. Anyway, I ranted enough already. I'm gonna move on to the predictions. Um, I'm gonna give Colorado and Nevada. I think you could do well enough with minorities to win them. Um, I'm actually gonna give now Michigan to Trump. I really don't think Biden could appeal to Rust Belt with that out of touch persona. I will give Biden one delegate for Nebraska though. I didn't usually do that, but I'm doing it now because I do believe that he could actually um, appeal to farmers. You understand? Um, It is part of South. And remember, I'm not saying that he'll get votes from the South because he had a racist record. Again, there are many other reasons too. Nebraska isn't exactly part of the South, but they're kind of in the center, much more farmland type, and that could help Biden. Florida, I were calling it earlier. We're going to give it to Biden. It's the number one ranked state for oldest people, and mind you, Biden can really only appeal to old Democrats. I think you know why. Um, But I mean, also, if I already made him win the last prediction, I think he'll be damaged a bit. And let me tell you something. Now, yes, the people who were predicted him all along, like a read only PDF, and predicted him losing against Trump, they were right the whole time. But it's not because of. But the reasons why aren't. I'm not. The reasons why they would make Biden lose against Trump was because of bias, because of being biased towards Trump. They wanted Trump to win. They couldn't accept that Biden is a strong candidate. And yes, Biden might lose his prediction, and he most likely will. But I mean, they don't explain why he's gonna lose. The reason why he'll lose is because he's out of touch, and he's kind of a centrist, honestly. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's understand what I mean? And also the whole entire kissing scandal. The thing is, yes, it's many women, and a couple people have predicted that he will actually. Election Prediction Hub did predict this. I don't mean to really go at him like this. Election Prediction Hub mapping, and congratulations from getting 1,000 subscribers. I mean that's pretty cool. Um, but he made Biden lose that mainly because of the whole kissing scandal. But we really have to think about this. A kissing scandal really won't make Biden lose. It won't. It would hurt him, but it wouldn't be enough to make him lose a whole state. Than he would have in a prediction without the scandals. You see what I mean? It's not gonna have a large enough effect. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna give Minnesota to Trump, which means it comes down to Georgia. And yes, you might think that it'll go to Trump. But here's the thing: again, Biden can appeal to the South. If that isn't enough, there are many articles released about how he's considering Stacey Abrams as his VP. Remember that woman, the very inspirational, extremely inspirational black woman who ran for the governor of Georgia in the midterms and lost because of voter suppression, huge voter suppression. His team is highly considering making her his running mate. That's a very good strategic move, and I think that could definitely make him win there, along with generally being good in the South. So, anyway, guys, I actually didn't expect him to win, but he has 279 to 259. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and bye. Ooh, sorry.